this cocktail glass shaker. It comes with 10 pieces. It measures about 3.5 inches. And so these are the pieces that you get. This is what makes up the glass, the cocktail glass. So you have your base piece and then the piece that creates the actual shaker, the layering piece. And then you have this piece right here. See how it has like little squiggly lines on either side? That is going to be the salt on the rim of your cocktail shaker. You have a straw, which is super cute. You have these 3 pieces that create the lime. So this is your base piece, this layers on top of that, and then these are your wedges that go in the center of that. When I cut this out, I make sure to put these wedges inside the little groove of this smaller circle, and that cuts out my wedges. So this is what it looks like. I cut mine in half, and I actually didn't bring the other half with me over here, but so this green right here is this bottom piece, and then the lighter green is these 2. I hope that makes sense. And then you also get the umbrella. And for the umbrella, you have these 2 pieces. So this would layer on top of this one. And then you have the umbrella pole, those 3 pieces for the umbrella. So today we are going to be making a Christmas in July cocktail shaker. And these are the pieces that I have cut out. I thought it would be fun to put this together with you. Since I'm hosting a Christmas in July hop here on my channel, I thought it would be fun to create a Christmas cocktail shaker. So I pulled some little clay bits and 2 mixes that I have. I think I purchased these from Rhoda. I'm not sure, but I think I got all of this from Rhoda. She's Nifty Crafty Me on Instagram, and then she's Hey It's Me Ro here on YouTube, and she has some really awesome kits, you guys. I love to buy her kits because I don't have a big stash of sequin mixes and clay bits and charms and things like that, and she sells those. So she's a really great resource to build your stash. Okay, so let me show you the pieces that I cut out. I am going to be making mine into a shaker, so I am only going to use this piece right here. See how it has the double lines all the way around, those grooves all the way around, and this one just cuts out a solid piece. I'm not going to use this one at all. I am only using this one right here that has, you know, those wedges. So I cut this out several times. I cut 2 out of my design paper, 2 pieces of chipboard right here, and I'll explain why that's missing a piece. And then, you know what, I did use this one because I cut out 2 acetate pieces using the whole cocktail shaker. So you're going to need this to cover up your whole piece. And then I have 2 of these little salt pieces or rim pieces. So those are going to go, you know, on the rim of your glass. And I cut out 2 because I'm going to have 2 sides and sandwich my shaker mix in the middle. It's kind of basically just like putting a cake topper together. I've been seeing that works for me a lot easier, or it just makes it seem like it's easier to me to put together than using foam or cutting it out several times. It's just easier to make them flat. So I'm not really good at shakers. I actually just started making shakers, or being, I guess, a little more comfortable making shakers. So let's see what we're gonna do. First, we are going to get our chipboard piece. So this piece right here is missing this little piece of chipboard because I am going to sandwich a little gingerbread guy in here. And so I want him to be flush. And so I just traced his little legs and trimmed that little piece off. And so this is how I make my little sandwiches. Let me pull my pieces together. Okay, so I'm going to grab my 3 pieces to make my one side. So I'm going to get my my paper, my design paper. This is I'm gonna use glossy accents because I'm not really sure what the best type of glue is for acetate, and this seems to work well for me. I do use my Barely Art glue to put when I'm adhering chipboard to chipboard, and I'll show you what I mean. But when I'm putting the acetate onto my paper, I use glossy accents, and I put too much on here. So I'm just going to take you step by step. I'm just going to add glossy accents all the way around this, and this is so much harder to do when you're recording. I don't know why. I guess I'm just more conscious of what I'm doing, so it just seems harder. It's probably the same thing. So then what I do is grab this right here and being very careful to place this exactly where I need it, because you don't want to get your acetate dirty. So you want to line it up as best you can without having, you know, to move it around. Okay, so that's my acetate to my paper, and I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. We'll move that over here. And then, actually I can just add this to it also. Let me add some glue. So I'm just gonna make this one sandwich, and I'll do the other one off camera just to save some precious time for you. You don't wanna have to watch me do both sides. It's the exact same thing. So we're just adding our 3 pieces together. We do it the same way. Grab it by this point right here. Try to line it up as best I can. And before I press down, you know, I'm just trying to line up all the pieces. Lightly pressing down because I don't want that glue to come out and dirty my acetate. And if it happens, it's okay. You can just wipe it with a wipey or a cloth. Okay, so that's our first sandwich, and it has the little opening right here to fit our little gingerbread guy. He's the only reason that I did that. If you're not doing a little gingerbread guy, you don't need to, you know, cut that little piece out, but see how he fits perfectly into that little groove. So I'm hoping that's gonna help me keep my shaker bits together. Okay, so I am going to glue these 3 pieces together using my glossy accent. Okay, so I've created my little sandwiches. I have my design paper, my acetate, and then my chipboard. And I have 2 of those. The only difference is that this one has the little gingerbread guy on him. And so once I put my sequin mix inside, I will sandwich these 2 guys together. I was coloring my little gingerbread guy and I didn't like how it came out. I was trying to use gel pens, and so I cut out a second guy. Okay, so we are going to, and I'm gonna regret that, right? Because I'm gonna want to use this. I'm not gonna want that ugly, well, maybe I'll layer it. Okay, so I'm gonna add my little sequin mix to this guy. I'm gonna use this one right here just because these are pretty flat and they look like little ice cubes and they have little snowflakes. I think that's gonna be really cute. And then I'm gonna add some candy canes, of course, because this is a Christmas cocktail. And so hopefully that won't be too thick for my little cocktail. You can just move these around. And then I don't know if I should add candy canes down here also, or peppermints. You know what, I'll add 2 candy canes. They don't fit very well in here, they're kind of big. And some little peppermint clay bits. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, my large sequin. Let's see if these fit in here. They don't fit too well. These are kind of large also. I might not be able to add anything in there. Let me take, or maybe just at the bottom. We'll have 1 candy cane and 1. The thing is that I'm gonna add a flower down here, so it might be just wasted. Okay, enough time spent on that. Let's just glue this bad boy together. I'm gonna use my Burley Art glue and just add a bead of glue all the way around the chipboard, and then I'll put this piece on top of that. Okay, so we've added both of our layers here, and we have created our little shaker guy. And I'm just gonna try to take off this excess glue. Clean my hands off with my wipey so I don't get this all over. My hands are always have glue on them and all kinds of things. Okay, And so now we are going to add the rim, a little, what is this? I would say, I guess salt. I know some drinks use sugar, or it's our rim, basically. It's the little rim of the glass. And that is gonna go right on here. Isn't this looking so cute, you guys? This is so adorable. So this kind of embellishment you can use on a Christmas card, you can use on a mini album, you can use on maybe an invitation for a Christmas party, maybe some sort of embellishment on a memory decks card, on a scrapbook layout. These are just so adorable, so adorable. Okay, so then I'm going to add my little half piece of lime, and I'm going to put him right here, just like that. So I'm going to add some hot glue to this piece right here. Just like that. And then I'm going to add my little candy cane die cut that I cut out, and I'm going to hot glue him to the gingerbread guy, and I do want it kind of high up like that. I think just like that. Yeah. Okay, so let me add some glue to this guy. And I think I decided I wanted him just like that. This is coming together so nicely. I love this. So cute. This is what we have so far. So this is a Cocoa and Reno die, and this little peppermint or candy cane I got, it's the one that comes in that hot cocoa die that we were all crazy about. Okay, and then down here I'm going to add my little poinsettia, and I'm also going to hot glue this. So I'm just gonna add some hot glue right here. See, I knew I was gonna cover those pieces up right there, but that's okay. I'm gonna add my lovely poinsettia. Oh, and I forgot to add my rim piece right here. I'll go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna add this with hot glue. My glue stick isn't going down. Just to hide that back piece. That little piece of peppermint is driving me crazy. I want to cut it off. Let me just cut it off. Okay guys, so that is our little Christmas cocktail shaker. I think it came out really, really cute. This is the flower die set. I just layered all the petals on top of each other, just like V does. She created some summer flowers and they were so, so pretty. And so I thought of doing that, you know, to make this look like a poinsettia. So super cute. I love it. I think it's so adorable. I hope that this inspired you to get crafty today. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to use my code PATTY10 if you decide to pick up this shaker or any shaker at scrapdivadesigns.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.